Greetings. Greetings. This video is a short meditation, essentially, leading you through a orienting and grounding practice, and then inviting you to try a hand placement practice that allows your eyes to rest. So take your time to get comfortable. It's not essential that you watch my face or body. I'll be describing everything that it is that you're invited to try using my words. So if you'd like to pop in a pair of earbuds and close your eyes, you're more than welcome to listen along. Remember that everything I'm offering here is invitational, so you can try it or not. See what your body is up for in the moment. Here we go. Now you don't need to change anything at all about how you are sitting or laying, unless you want to. If you feel like you'd like to adjust your body for greater comfort right now, go ahead. Take a moment and make those adjustments that help you feel more at ease. For orienting practice, we'll begin by just remembering that the word orient means to turn toward. And in this practice of orienting, we are turning toward the practical parts of the room that we're in and noticing them. So to begin, remember that you're moving like you're in a slow motion film, very slowly. Take a moment to turn your head very slowly and orient to the nearest door. Really see the door, see the doorknob. Recognize the function of the door without putting a lot of thought behind it, but just a recognition, acknowledgement. That's a door. There's the doorknob. That door is a passage between the room I'm in and the space outside of this room. Continuing to turn your head, orient to the closest light source. Could be a switch on the wall or a lamp nearby or above you. Could even be something like the flashlight on your phone. As you continue to turn your head, look into the room and see other sources of light, such as a window or a fixture that's on a wall further away from you. Remember, you're moving slowly, and the object of orienting is to turn your brainstem at a slow pace while also connecting in a meaningful way with the things that are around you. Take a moment when you're ready to orient toward the ceiling of the space you're in. So looking up and just seeing what is above you. Noticing the texture of the ceiling, any utilities that are up there, any functional items like lighting or fans, pipes or vents. And then when you're ready, coming back toward a neutral head position and orienting down to the floor. What is below you? Checking out the textures, colors of any floor coverings or flooring materials. Seeing what else is around your body on the floor, the position of other furniture or ancillary items like trash cans, shoes, toys, pet beds. And taking one more scan around the room, just take in the colors around you. And as you see a color, repeat it to yourself quietly, aloud, or silently in your brain. And these can be colors that are up, down, or anywhere around you. And as we conclude our practice of orienting, you can let your head come to a central place and rest. If it feels good to keep your eyes open, go ahead and do so. And if you'd rather let your eyes lower part way or most of the way, you can do that, looking through the fringe of your eyelashes. You can even close your eyes. Now allowing your attention to move toward the inner experience of your body. First, just check in with yourself. Does it feel okay to notice your body right now? Check in with the position your body's in again without changing it, but just simply observing the parts of your body that are touching a surface beneath you. So for instance, if you're sitting in a chair, consider observing the parts of your body that are contacting the seat of the chair and the back of the chair. Maybe even the arms of the chair if your arms are at rest. As you're paying attention to this contact between your body and the chair, notice if there's any temperature difference. Notice if you can feel the textures of your clothing, the textures of the material that the chair or surface below you is made from. Take your time. There's no need to rush here. You're just really letting your mind rest on these places of contact. And notice that this surface beneath you is steady. So you may be aware that the chair's legs are sturdy, or the legs of the bed, if you're laying down in a bed or on a couch, the frame of the couch. Feel the sturdiness and steadiness of this surface, and just notice that it is holding your body up. And so the parts of your body that are in contact with it don't actually have to work. Their muscles don't need to engage. If you're sitting in a chair, the muscles of your legs don't need to engage. Because your legs and your lower body, and indeed your whole body, is being supported and held up by this chair. Really notice your spine. See if you can become aware of the parts of your spine that are supported. And as you feel the parts of your spine that are supported, notice that the muscles around your spine, especially in the areas where your spine and back are in contact with support, don't need to hold themselves up. Those muscles can disengage. They can rest. You can rest. Even if you are sitting up, our spine and skeleton provides a structure inside of our bodies. So if it feels okay to direct your attention into your body a little bit, just notice how inside of your body, your own structure is stable and is supportive. The structure of your spine and ribs supports your head. Maybe you can feel parts of your body where that support is really happening steadily, where the muscles are able to release and disengage, and you can allow the furniture to hold you up. And finally, take a moment to scan through your whole body. You don't have to make anything happen here. You're just allowing yourself to notice everywhere that you are supported internally and externally. Everywhere that your body has been able to, with this encouragement, release into that support and be held. So now we'll pause here and we'll move toward one of the hand placement practices. This particular hand placement practice is often best done in a laying down position or in a seated position with a table in front of you so that you can rest your head into your hands. You can try it sitting up in a chair, and I'll demonstrate it both ways, sitting up in a chair and leaning forward onto a table. The idea here is that you're cupping your hands slightly. You can see from a side view my hands are curved, cupped in the palms, so that the palm of my hand is actually very hollow. It creates a little hollow here. And it's only this part of my hand that will actually put pressure on the tissues around my eye socket, so eyebrow, sinuses, cheekbones. But because of the hollow in the palm of my hand, I won't be putting any pressure directly on my eyeball, and that's really important. What you're going to do, if you're a spectacle wearer like me, is remove the spectacles, set them in a safe place, cupping both hands, just in a relaxed, soft manner. Go ahead and place the hands right over your eyes, and you're pretty close together so that both hands are right up against the bridge of your nose. And you're relaxing your hands so they curve against your skull and cheekbones. And the hollow means that your eyeballs aren't receiving any pressure. And the edges of your palms press down enough so that no light gets in. Allow yourself to rest. Now I'm going to turn a little bit here and demonstrate what it looks like to just lean forward. There's a desk right in front of me. I'm just going to lean forward and place my elbows on the desk. And then there, let my head rest down into the support of my hands a little bit more, remembering not to put any pressure on your eyeballs. Now there's nothing that you need to make happen when you're doing this. It's okay if you have thoughts, but you do want to try to stay present with what is happening. So pay attention to what it feels like. Just like you did when you were grounding in the chair, pay attention to the pressure and contact between your hands and your face. Notice where you feel that pressure most strongly and where you feel it most lightly, where you feel barely any pressure from your hands at all. Notice the warmth of your palms and your eyeballs radiating together. Your eyes may start to feel a little bit warmer. Notice the darkness. Pay attention to what is happening in your arms and shoulders, and see if there is some part of your body that is tensing. It's okay if that's happening, and you don't even need to change it or make that part of your body relax, but just try to be aware of it. Observe it. Now, this is a hand placement practice that allows your eyes to rest. It encourages softness and an inward focus. This is especially helpful if you've been doing a lot of screen time of any form, if you've been doing a lot of social engagement, whether for work or for personal life. It's really helpful if you are dealing with a lot of emotion, stress, or even the symptoms of trauma showing up in your life. This can be a very useful practice to allow your body to receive some support that can help your nervous system self-regulate. There are many other uses for this particular hand placement. I'll just name one more, which is calming the flow of thoughts. So even if when you first go into this hand placement practice of palms over eyes, you notice your thinking mind is going. You may become aware that after you hold it for, let's say, 5 minutes, that there may be more space between those thoughts, or maybe even periods of time where you don't even realize, oh, I'm not thinking. You might suddenly have a thought and then recognize that you haven't been thinking for a few minutes. Now, that's not the goal of this practice. In fact, we'll just say that there aren't any goals for this practice. You're simply being with yourself, observing. What does happen? What do I feel? What is happening with my thoughts? What is happening with my emotions? What is happening in my body? So I'm going to come out of this hand placement practice, but I would encourage you to hold this practice for another 5 to 10 more minutes. This is a practice that gets better over time, and it will reveal more and more to you as you stay with it. And the recommended duration for this practice is anywhere between 5 and 15 minutes. Now that can seem like a long time to hold a hand placement, but I would encourage you to explore starting with 5 minutes and then gradually increasing to see what the effects are and how it benefits you. Good practicing.